Abrica, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Taíno. I'm your host, Priscilla Colon, co-founder creative here at Casarito, where our mission is to promote the Taíno language and culture. So a while ago, in one of our previous lessons, you learned to say the verb to love, which is ro. This lesson, we're going to be talking about the verb to like, and we're going to be using these in a few sentences, so you're going to learn some new vocabulary words as well. So let's get started. So the verb to like is aiwa, and you can add a noun or a verb after it to describe what you like. For example, if you want to say, I like the rain, you can say, dak aiwa para. If you want to say, I like to cook, you can say, dak aiwa bukane ka. So just from those two sentences, you've now learned the verb to like, aiwa, you've learned the word for rain, para, and you've learned the verb for to cook, bukane ka. So let's go through a couple of images. I'm going to ask you about what the person or the people in the images like, and we're going to learn some new words along the way. Katei hak aiwa. What do they like? If we look at the picture, we can see that they like the rain. So we can answer the question as follows. Hak aiwa para. They like the rain. Now let's take a look at the picture of the children. Katei guali nagu aiwa. What do the children like? It looks to me like the children like to cook. So let's say that. Guali nagu aiwa bukane ka. The children like to cook. Fun fact, bukane ka, to cook, is made up of two words, bukan and eka, which you already learned means to eat. The bukan was the wooden platform on which our ancestors used to roast or steam the meat. And the roasting or steaming process was called barbacoa, barbecue. This process quickly spread around the world, but was developed by our Taíno ancestors. Nowadays, people use a metal grill to barbecue, but it's essentially the same process. Now let's turn it up a notch. Are you ready for more of a challenge? Don't worry, you'll learn more words along the way. Let's take a look at the picture. Katei guariche aiwa. What does the woman like? It looks to me like she's dancing. So I can say, guariche aiwa araguaca. The woman likes to dance. I know, I love to dance. How about you? Let's take a look at this new picture. Katei guacocchio aiwa. What does the man like? Well, he's surrounded by dogs, so I think he likes dogs. So let's make that into a sentence. Guacocchio aiwa aon nagu. The man likes dogs. You'll notice something interesting. In a previous video, we talked about adding the word part nagu at the end of a word to make it plural. But if the word ends with the letter N, like the word aon, we don't have to have a double N. We just drop one of them. And so the plural of aon, nagu, has one N. Let's take a look at the next picture. Katei guac aiwa. What do we like? Well, it looks like these are mariachi singers. So we can answer the question with this sentence. Guac aiwa iraha. We like to sing. You may have noticed something interesting as we went through that exercise. So when you have a pronoun like dak, buk, hak, and so on, you always add an apostrophe between the pronoun and the verb, aiwa. But when you have a noun such as guali nagu or guariche, you don't need that apostrophe. You simply add a space between the noun and the verb. So that was a pretty straightforward lesson, no? But now you know how to combine the verb aiwa, to like, with a noun or a verb to state what you like or what you like to do. So let's go over the full list of vocabulary words and phrases that we learned today. Katei, what? Aiwa, to like. Para, rain. Bukan, wooden platform for cooking. Bukaneka, to cook. Barbacoa, barbecue. Araguaca, to dance. Iraja, to sing. Guariche, woman. Guacocchio, man. Mabrika, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Taíno. I'm Priscilla Colon, co-founder and creative here at Casarito, where our mission is to promote the Taíno language and culture. So on today's episode, you're going to learn an important verb, to share. First, we're going to get started with some vocabulary words that you're going to need to know. Then we'll do a little exercise. To share. Matum. I share. Dak matum. You share. Buk matum. Thank you. You are generous. Bo matum. Notice that in the word bo matum, you see two parts. Bo, which as you know means big or great, and matum, which means to share. So when you're saying bo matum, you are saying thank you or you are very generous. Now let's do an exercise where we ask and answer a series of questions about what each person shares. Katei hakmatum. What do they share? Hakmatum hek tasihena. They share a taxi. Katei nahakmatum. What do they share? Nahakmatum nahakat boharak. They share their home. Katei guakmatum. What do we share? Guakmatum guakat ima. We share our food. Katei tukmatum. What does she share? Tukmatum batu. She shares the ball. In a previous episode, you learned that batu was the game that our Taíno ancestors played, and that was the precursor of the modern-day soccer. Batu was also the name of the ball, and it was made out of rubber. Fun fact, the indigenous people of the Americas were the first to use rubber from a tree resin. When the Spanish came over, it was the first time that Europeans had ever seen a rubber ball bouncing around. They were so astonished that they even brought back a batu, a ball, to the Spanish kings. Katei likmatum. What does he share? Likmatum likat karalu. He shares his book. Katei bukmatum. What do you share? Bukmatum bukat agukat. You share your money. Katei dakmatum. What do I share? Dakmatum dakat matunai. I share my heart. And what do you say to someone who's generous? Bomatum. And that's the lesson for today. I know it's short, but now you have a new verb, matum, to share, to add to your repertoire. So why don't we review one more time everything we learned today? Matum, to share. Dak matum, I share. Tasihena, taxi. Ima, food. Batu, ball. Karalu, book. Agukat, money. Matunai, heart. Bomatum, thank you or you are generous. Thank you again for allowing me to share matum, these lessons with you. If you want to continue practicing with us, check out Taíno Corner on Facebook and Instagram. Or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to continue the conversation so that we can learn about our Taíno ancestors and language together. In the meantime, Tay Karaya Guaitiao Nagu.